Hey Phantomaniacs, welcome to the newest unboxing here on the Needless Things YouTube channel. Today we are looking at Flying Fists He-Man, the heroic leader with the arm-swinging action. So this is from Amazon. I canceled my Big Bad pre-order because they didn't get it first, and that's how it goes. But look at the beautiful condition of this card that I got from Amazon of all places, unpunched. And these cards are not the I don't know that I've even really talked about it on the show, on the videos before. These are not nice quality cards at all. I don't really care because I'm opening everything. Obviously, that's what you're here for today. But they're very flimsy cards, and you can see actually from Monday's Terror Claw Skeletor's review, Skeletor review. This one was all bent up and jacked up when it arrived. So Big Bad isn't going to do that. So if the quality of the card or the integrity of the card is important to you, you keep that Big Bad pre-order. But if you're just going to open them up to play with them, whoever gets it here first is the winner. They get my money. Swings with awesome might. This is a deluxe figure. The price point is a little bit higher than the rest of the line, but in my opinion, very much worth it. Card art is wonderful. I love this big colorful He-Man over here. I like you can't totally see it because of my lighting situation, but there's a nice gloss on the Masters logo. And then on the back, we've got, oh my gosh, look at that awesome art. So He-Man battles back vile villains with fist-flinging power. What a line that is. Cyclone, Fisto, Mossman, He-Man, and what I just realized, check this out. Oh, look at that. I'm going to try and get it in the... That is all one image right there that includes the Eternia playset. That's beautiful. Oh, man, we're going to need an art book just for Origins at some point. That is absolutely wonderful. All right, we've got the cross-sell over here. We've got all of the action features here, which you may notice this has quite a few more panels than your standard Origins release because there's a lot going on with this figure. And that's what's so great is it's a toy. There's a lot to play with here, a lot of value for what you're paying for this deluxe figure. So let's go ahead and open it up and check it out. I did not have Flying Fist He-Man when I was a kid. I also do not have, despite having most of the Classics releases, I do not have Flying Fist He-Man from the Classics, Masters Universe Classics, because I stopped getting them at that point because something Mattel did annoyed me, which anybody that knows me knows it's really not that hard to do. And I was done with the line around the time these came out in Classics. So I do not have Flying Fist He-Man or Terror Claw's Skeletor. Boy, the heads really don't want to come out of these. Let's just tear that apart. I love all of this vac metal, or the new vac metal technology. It has a name. I cannot remember what it is, but it's a new technology. There's a new name for it, but basically it looks like vac metal. All right, so He-Man has the same clear tabs securing him that Skeletor had, and then all of these annoying little things, which I'm gonna just, let's do this. I'm not gonna sit here and cut through those. I'm just gonna pop him right out of there. There we go. All right, let's get our accessories out of the way. We'll take a look at the great line art diagram that shows where and how all the interchangeable parts are on this figure, because of course one of the cool things about this line is that you can switch parts on all of there are a variety of parts that you can switch between figures. How about that? Because they're not all, some of the figures have detachable arms, some do not. This one obviously has a mechanism inside that prevents that, but the hands, the boots, the head, It's just another aspect of how this is a great toy line. I've got a mini comic. It's the same one that came with Terror Claw's Skeletor with that wonderful art of Grizzlor jumping. I will read that later. And then finally, here he is, He-Man with, get ready for it, because we already saw this with Skeletor, so now I get what's up. Look at that action. I absolutely love this. It's just fun, and you can position those arms how you want. Just like the toys I had when I was a kid that had action features like this. This is absolutely fantastic. All right, so we've got kind of a standard He-Man head going on up here. The metallic finish on this armor is absolutely beautiful. The big H, the belt. This is a really great look for He-Man. I like it a lot. The gold around the shoulders here, really eye-catching. And then on the back, because this is connected to, like, goes inside, rather than covering these in vac metal, they've just given them made them out of a metallic plastic, which I appreciate. I don't know, this just looks better to me. And over time, you're holding these parts to make that action happen. So over time, this probably would just wear off. If it works anything like vac metal does, it will. But you also have the thumb wheel down here at the bottom of the waist that you can use. You guys, this is so satisfying. Using this mechanism, feeling the spring, thinking about how everything is working inside of that little torso. This is great. So articulation-wise, it's the same as every other Origins figure. As far as what you can do with it, I like it. I don't need double joints. I don't need super deep, although they've got really nice ankles, the modern ankle articulation on there. This figure does everything you need it to do to be a good toy. Like the white fur at the top of the boots on this version. This is a great looking He-Man. I really like this one. Let's take a look at the alternate portrait. So this one, he is yelling and windswept. I like this. I don't know that it's what I'm going to put on him on the shelf. I don't know, it probably is, though, because I'm going to have to compare this to the other He-Man portraits, because I do believe it's a bit different. But this one is pretty unique, so maybe this is the one I'm going to put on the shelf. We also have Sword of Power. I kind of wish this had a vac metal finish on it, but it works, it's cool. Now, I don't think there's going to be any way, you might be able to like fake it out. No, not even really that. So there's not necessarily a good way to store this, but I mean, He-Man, he has to come with the Sword of Power. That's just necessary. He has an alternate hand that's probably going to be the one we end up using. Well, maybe not, because this is he definitely. Okay, so he's got the alternate C-grip hand, and he has his flying fists device that's pretty fun. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, so this... look at that. So visually, this is different, obviously. It doesn't have the vac metal that these have, but it's because this is weighted so that you keep that motion. We'll put it on the figure in a second and see how it works, but this is a weird device. I kind of wish it wasn't hollow like this, but I mean, that's just... It would have been in the 80s. That's how toys are now. It's fine, whatever. It would look better if it wasn't, but it's fine. And then we have the shield with the rotating, I guess, blades on it. Really nice. Look at the deco on this. So we've got the vac metal effect. you can see me in. Actually, I don't know if you can tell or not, I'm actually wearing a Masters of the Universe shirt right now, if you can see that reflection. Kind of a Sailor Jerry thing with Tila and Skeletor. Anyway, nobody cares about that. Spinning action, and this is going to clip into that C-grip, and then just attach, maybe. There we go. Okay, so we've got the shield on. We're going to get his big, kind of ridiculous but fun flying fist contraption on there. And I gotta say, he's not quite... This is not as exciting as Terraclaw's Skeletor, which is weird because his stuff all has movement and has that vac metal finish on it, whereas Terraclaw's Skeletor just has purple claws. But this action... Oh, I do like how that spins, though. Just the momentum of that weighted piece keeps it going. It's kind of hard to hold him and make him do what he's supposed to do. The shield isn't necessarily spinning all that well. Let's see if we can maybe... All right. So let's put the arm up so we've got a little more dramatic movement. Yeah, he's not great. Maybe they could have weighted... Oh, they did. Look, the shield is weighted in the same way, in theory, to keep it spinning like the flying fists contraption. It just doesn't quite move as smoothly. So he looks... The figure itself... Yeah, this isn't going to work particularly well. So let's do... Maybe... How does this work? Okay. So that clips onto his back. And boy, that doesn't look any cooler, does it? But maybe that's how he's going to go on the shelf, because that thing is kind of goony. So maybe we just give him the power sword. We're going to give him the alternate windswept head. Oh, I like that look. That's pretty cool. Oh, wait. There we go. I didn't have that in quite far enough. That looks a little better. He almost looks like Windmill from G.I. Joe. Go look that up if you're not familiar. So, not the greatest He-Man accessories of all time, but I think a great look for the figure. I'm a big, big fan of the figure design. And it's got, there you go. Much better with the power sword. So I kind of wish it would have been cool if the power sword had this finish on it. And maybe like gold with the silver. I don't know. That would have made me 1,000,000% happy with this figure, as opposed to just... look at that. I kind of like how it spins on his back like that. I don't know. It's fun. It's a fun toy. And isn't that the point of all of this? So there you go. Flying Fists He-Man. Thank you for watching. Tell your friends about Needless Things. Like, subscribe, share, and remember, I have the power of shininess and fists that fly.
Smash that like button if you like Needless Things.